Welcome to the NBA Finals, where legends are made and every moment is magnified. Tonight, the air is electric with anticipation, and the stakes could not be higher. We're coming to you live from the iconic Paycom Center in Oklahoma City, a city that's been buzzing for days in anticipation of this matchup. Fans have traveled from near and far, filling the streets and the stands, united by their love for the game. The Oklahoma City Thunder, riding high after a statement win in Game 1, hold a 1-0 series lead. They're determined to defend their home court, eager to seize control of the series and move one step closer to their championship dreams. On the other side, the Indiana Pacers enter the arena with a sense of urgency. Down one game, they know falling into a 0-2 hole could be disastrous. The pressure is on, and every possession will matter tonight. This series is a fascinating clash of styles and stories. Youth and momentum fueling the Thunder, while the Pacers counter with experience, grit, and the wisdom that only comes from years of playoff battles. All eyes are on the stars. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the Thunder's dynamic leader, looks to build on his Game 1 heroics, while Tyrese Haliburton, the Pacers' floor general, is determined to orchestrate a comeback and ignite his team's offense. Game 1 was a showcase of Thunder basketball. Speed, athleticism, and relentless energy overwhelmed the Pacers. The home crowd fed their momentum, turning every fast break into a highlight reel. But the Pacers have spent the last 48 hours regrouping, studying film, and searching for answers. They've adjusted their game plan, looking for cracks in OKC's armor and ways to slow down the Thunder's attack. The atmosphere inside the arena is electric, a sea of Thunder blue, with fans roaring at every play. The energy is palpable, making home court advantage feel like a sixth man on the floor. For Indiana, it's not just about facing 5 players on the court. It's about battling an entire city united behind its team, every cheer and chant echoing the challenge ahead. This is a test of resilience for the Pacers, a chance to reset the series, prove their mettle, and avoid falling into a historic deficit. Every player knows what's at stake. The lights have never been brighter, the world is watching, and the pressure is immense. Every dribble, every shot, every decision will be scrutinized by millions. Tonight, it's about more than just basketball. It's about heart, character, and the championship medal that separates contenders from champions. The stage is set, the tension is building, and a classic is about to unfold before our eyes. Get ready for a night of unforgettable basketball. The Oklahoma City Thunder wasted no time setting the tone, coming out of the gates with incredible energy and focus. From the opening tip, you could sense their determination to seize control of the game early, and the players fed off the electric atmosphere inside their home arena. The crowd was absolutely electric, with fans on their feet, waving towels and roaring with every Thunder possession. Their energy seemed to fuel the players, pushing them to play with even more intensity. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the Thunder's star guard, set the tone early by knocking down a smooth mid-range jumper, showing off his signature poise and skill. Moments later, Jalen Williams made a statement on defense, picking off a pass and racing down the court for a thunderous dunk that brought the crowd to its feet. With a flurry of quick baskets and stifling defense, OKC jumped out to an 8-0 lead, forcing the Pacers to call an early timeout and regroup before things got out of hand. Indiana, however, refused to be rattled. Coming out of the timeout, they looked to their veteran leader Pascal Siakam, who muscled his way inside for a tough layup over Chet Holmgren. That basket seemed to settle the Pacers and spark their offense. The Pacers responded with gritty physical play on both ends of the floor. They tightened up their defense, started attacking the basket, and matched the Thunder's energy possession by possession. Chet Holmgren, the Thunder's rookie big man, made his presence felt in the paint, blocking shots and altering drives, making it tough for Indiana to score inside. Still, the Pacers kept coming. Aaron Nesmith stepped up, drilling a big three-pointer and then sacrificing his body to draw a charge on defense, showing Indiana's resolve. Tyrese Haliburton, the Pacers' dynamic point guard, began to find his rhythm, orchestrating the offense and setting up teammates for easy looks with his crafty passing and court vision. By the end of a fast-paced, hard-fought first quarter, the Thunder's early lead had shrunk to just 2 points. The scoreboard read 30-28, setting the stage for a tightly contested battle. The Pacers had weathered the early storm, proving they wouldn't back down. Both teams were locked in, ready for a fierce fight ahead. The intensity was only just beginning to build. The second quarter turned into a defensive slugfest. The Pacers trapped SGA, forcing turnovers and disrupting OKC's flow. Pascal Siakam took over, exploiting mismatches and scoring 12 in the quarter. The Thunder's defense was just as fierce. Lou Dort hounded Haliburton. Holmgren protected the rim. Every possession was a war, with both teams trading tough shots and defensive stops. The lead swung back and forth, neither side able to pull away. Miles Turner hit a big three, Jalen Williams answered. As halftime arrived, Indiana led 54-53. The Pacers had imposed their physical style and seized control of the tempo. The stage was set for a dramatic second half. This was playoff basketball at its grittiest. The third quarter belonged to Tyrese Haliburton. He came out aggressive, drilling a deep three and probing the Thunder defense. Haliburton orchestrated the offense, dishing no-look passes and lobs, breaking down every defensive scheme OKC threw at him. His playmaking elevated the Pacers. Role players like Nembhard and Toppin hit big shots. The Thunder scrambled to adjust, but Haliburton's control was absolute. Indiana built their largest lead, methodically picking apart OKC's defense. By the end of the third, the Pacers led 85-76. The momentum had swung, but the Thunder weren't done yet. The final quarter loomed as the ultimate test. The game turned into a battle of wills. Every loose ball, every rebound fiercely contested. A rivalry was brewing, fueled by pride and toughness. SGA refused to let the Thunder fade, attacking relentlessly and keeping OKC within reach. Josh Giddey made key plays, grabbing offensive boards and finding open teammates. For Indiana, TJ McConnell's defense was relentless, disrupting OKC's rhythm. The supporting casts on both sides made gritty, crucial plays. Tension boiled over after a hard foul. Words exchanged, teams separated. This was more than X's and O's. It was about heart. As the third quarter ended, both teams knew the next 12 minutes would decide everything. The intensity was at its peak, the rivalry was real, the war for Game 2 was on. The fourth quarter began with Indiana up 9, but OKC surged back. Jalen Williams hit a three, then and one layup. Just like that, the lead was nearly gone. The teams traded blow stars, rising to the moment. Siakam with a tough jumper, SGA with clutch free throws. Every possession mattered. The lead changed hands multiple times. Haliburton and SGA orchestrated while role players hit timely shots. With 3 minutes left, it was tied at 105. Exhaustion set in, but neither team backed down. The crowd was on its feet, sensing something special. This was finals basketball at its best. 2 teams, 1 goal, nothing left in reserve. The finish would be legendary. With the score tied and less than 2 minutes remaining, the Oklahoma City Thunder found themselves in a high-pressure situation. Every possession mattered, and the energy in the arena was absolutely electric. The crowd was on edge, knowing that a single play could swing the momentum. OKC had a golden opportunity to seize the lead and put the pressure on Indiana. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the Thunder's go-to star, isolated at the top of the key, looking to create magic. He drove hard to the rim, but Miles Turner, Indiana's defensive anchor, met him at the summit. With perfect timing, Turner's fingertips denied the shot, giving the Pacers a crucial defensive stop and sending a jolt through both teams. Indiana wasted no time. They calmly set up their half-court offense, moving the ball with precision. Tyrese Haliburton, always composed under pressure, orchestrated the play. He drew the defense in and kicked it out to Aaron Nesmith, waiting in the corner. Nesmith rose up and drilled a cold-blooded three-pointer, silencing the crowd and putting the Pacers ahead. The scoreboard now read 108-105 in favor of Indiana, with just over a minute left on the clock. The Pacers bench erupted, sensing they were on the verge of a statement win. But the Thunder weren't done yet. On the very next possession, Chet Holmgren showed why he's one of the league's most promising young stars. He battled for an offensive rebound, muscled his way up for the layup, and drew the foul. With ice in his veins, Holmgren stepped to the line and knocked down the free throw, tying the game at 108 with just 45 seconds remaining. The Thunder crowd roared back to life. But Tyrese Haliburton wasn't finished. Taking control of the next possession, he calmly dribbled at the top, drawing multiple defenders. With a quick flick of the wrist, he delivered a perfect pass to Pascal Siakam, who cut to the basket and finished strong at the rim. Indiana reclaimed the lead in dramatic fashion. The Pacers were up 110-108 with just 8.2 seconds left. Every eye in the arena was glued to the court, the tension almost unbearable. Both teams huddled, drawing up their final plays, knowing the outcome would come down to the wire. The atmosphere was electric, the noise deafening. The pressure on every player was immense, with the weight of the moment pressing down on their shoulders. This was what they played for, these moments of pure adrenaline and anticipation. Oklahoma City had one final chance. The coach drew up a play, the players locked in, and the entire arena held its breath. Everything they'd worked for all season came down to this moment. The Stars had already delivered in the clutch, but now, with the game on the line, it would be decided by one final possession. The pressure was at its peak, and every player knew what was at stake. Every decision, every movement, was magnified under the bright lights. The smallest mistake could mean heartbreak, while a single moment of brilliance could etch a name into history. This was the moment where legends are made, where heroes rise and memories are forged that will last a lifetime. The entire season, all the hard work, came down to this. The outcome hung in the balance, every heartbeat in the arena synchronized with the ticking clock. The anticipation was almost too much to bear. One play would decide it all. In these final seconds, greatness awaited, because this is where legends are truly made. With 8.2 seconds left, OKC had one last chance. SGA raced up the court, but Indiana's defense was flawless. Nembhard forced him to the sideline, Turner helped, and SGA was trapped. With time running out, SGA fired a desperate pass to Lou Dort. Dort caught it with just over a second left, launching a contested three as Nesmith closed out. The shot bounced off the rim as the buzzer sounded. The Pacers had done it. Players swarmed the court, celebrating a win earned with collective defense. It wasn't a single hero, but a team effort. Every rotation, every contest, perfect. Indiana had survived the Thunder's final push. The victory was sealed not by offense, but by grit and unity. The Pacers had tied the series. A defensive stand for the ages. Final score, Pacers 110, Thunder 108. Indiana stole home court advantage and tied the NBA Finals at one game apiece. Siakam's 34 points, Haliburton's 24 and 14 assists led the way. SGA's 33, Jalen Williams' 25 weren't enough for OKC. The series shifts to Indianapolis, momentum with the Pacers. The rivalry is real, the stakes higher than ever. Oklahoma City must regroup and win on the road to reclaim control. We're guaranteed at least 3 more epic battles. This finals has all the makings of a classic. Buckle up. This ride is just getting started.